Hi Virgo, thank you for joining me. Right, let's do you guys a 3-card tarot spread. So, shuffling tarot in Wonderland yet again this week, as we so often have. And Ascended Masters deck by Doreen Virtue is going to be doing the significatory oracle cards this week. Okay, so let's shuffle away and say, let's have a 3-card spread, please, for the sign of Virgo. I'm doing this late August 2019. Best time to watch it is, of course, now. Right, let's pop these out of the way. And so there is card number 1, number 2, and number 3. And we do have a significator, which has fallen out as I sort of try to put the deck to one side there. So let's bring that in straight away and start the reading with the significator. It's the King of Pentacles. There he is, and this is going to play into the whole thing. We don't know the significance yet, but isn't that always the way with figures of authority and kings? And pentacles generally, because pentacles are all about bringing the 4 elements together under the control of the divine. Also a lot to do with money making. I think that's more in our kind of mindset than anything else. Although, you know, it's true, it does relate to it. But it's circular, you know, it's represented as discs in some cards, and it has that kind of circular quality. That's sort of as above, so below, that kind of eternal thing, almost, that we see in the figure of 8. Anyway, the King of Pentacles, very good with resources. He's having plenty here, but he knows he's got to make it last. The hat he's wearing isn't his own hat. Well, he does own it, but it's so he can sell it, and he's just wearing it as an advertisement. So he's even using his own head as a way of making some extra cash there. Quite a shrewd character. Okay, so what are we going to have for our first card now this week for the sign of Virgo? And it's 2 of Wands, so there we are. Alice facing away from the chessboard there. So it looks like decisions are made. This is one of those things, Virgo, where you're trying to make a decision, and maybe you talk to a friend or someone like that, and that friend says, sounds to me like the decision has already been taken. So do think about that one, but don't think for too long, because Alice is standing here thinking, and the wind of change is blowing. She needs to be going with that flow. What's holding her back? Who knows? Maybe it's just a fear of kind of enjoying the good things in life, because the King of Pentacles is a very shrewd character, but he's still enjoying himself. He's got a party going on there, because it kind of suits him now. So, what should she do? Let's find out as we go forward, but before we go on to the next tarot card, let's have a shuffle in Doreen Virtue's Ascended Masters deck. We've got Archangel Michael on the back there, so it was very good, powerful and positive protecting force of energy. So let's have a shuffle and say, what are you going to tell us, please, about the 2 of Wands in this reading for the sign of Virgo? And it's Horus. You are seeing this situation accurately. Right, I love this card. Writing is a good thing that comes up around Horus as well, and I was just drawn to say that there. And because you're seeing the situation accurately, it might not be a bad time to put something in writing, really, to make it real. That's what we're talking about. If you actually put a thing in writing, it becomes concrete, it becomes solid. If you want to manifest the next step in your journey, Virgo, that is the way to do it. Write something down. There are many ways of doing that. You don't need me to tell you. Write down your dreams. Keep a pen and paper by the bed. Write down your sort of most heartfelt desires. Maybe burn them and give it to the angels or something like that. But do call upon the divine, and do start making things real. Okay. Still not seeing exactly where 2 of Wands has taken us here, but they go together. They really do. There are certainly 2 wands in this image anyway. So let's bring it back. Also Horus, yeah, is kind of where we get the idea of hours for time, you know. So think about time. Think about making the most of time as well, Virgo. Possibly that is where the problem lies, because there's something stuck here, something not quite happening. But I've said it before, I'll say it again. The winds of change are blowing, and the checkered past is in the past. Look at all the fertility here. It's looking good. So what is this card going to tell us? It is the 5 of Wands, right? Egos are involved. Now we are seeing where we're going with this. Egos are involved most certainly when we get the 5 of Wands. And egos are a kind of, it's a two-way thing. If we didn't have an ego, we wouldn't have a life force, because that, you know, it is all part of propping up the life force. The important thing is to learn not to be egotistical. And that's an important thing for other people to learn. We can't make them learn it overnight, and hence we get a bit of a battle going on here. Each one of these 5 wands is something positive that could be doing something. If this was an eBay shop, I'd say it was a product that could be listed when it's just sitting around on a shelf gathering dust. That's just a kind of online internet type analogy for you. But these are all definite possibilities of getting things going, but they're just being used to kind of bang people's heads together. These flamingos don't look to me as if they're enjoying it much either. Great craziness, but pink birds, you know, higher heart chakra. These guys could be kind of flying into the skies, and instead they're fighting for what they think is their lives, but really is actually just the egotistical side of the ego, the side of it that doesn't need all that nurturing, all that nourishment. And I'm drawn back to the King of Pentacles and just that really salient thing about the energy of the Pentacles, that bringing things together, that circularness, that doing things for a good reason. Something has to be worked out, obviously, here. Something really does have to be worked out. But I'm not saying it's all in the mind, but it's definitely a lot to do with people's perceptions of themselves and of each other. Okie dokie. Let's go back into Ascended Masters and say, tell us a bit more, please, about the 5 of Wands in this reading for the sign of Virgo. It's looking good, actually. 2 wand cards already. That really does show a strong possibility of getting things going. And we've got clear and shield your energy, El Moria. Now, El Moria came up in the last one as well. This kind of always makes me think there's spirit guides active. Well, you know, I always think that anyway because I'm always sure of it. I've had lots of evidence. But just a thing like that, you know, the cards have a good old shuffle in between readings, and you get the same one in the same position. So this is the salient energy of the moment that's going along, and I'm giving it to you, Virgo, as I gave it to Leo not 10 minutes ago. El Moria, great wand here, so there's wand energy showing here as well. I feel that really strongly, and it can kind of really cut through things with that wand. It's made of gold. It shows everybody his success that he's had, and it shows that he's a bit of an expert. You know, you'd have to really be at the top of your game to own a wand like that. It's also a very cosmic, very spiritual indication here because it has this crystal ball as the point of it. And look up here at the forehead chakra. All that energy is coming in, and maybe it's going out of you as well. Depends on the situation you're in, Virgo, but there is always more cosmic energy coming in. So clear and shield yours. Is someone kind of draining your life force? That's a question it's worth thinking about. Or is it just generally the state of the world? That can be quite a drain as well. Right, let's kind of generally try and get all these cards in the picture somehow. If I zoom out much more, the cards get harder to read. Right, King of Pentacles, significator. Okay, he is now going to significate card number 3 for the sign of Virgo, and it is Ace of Pentacles. That is really, really powerful and positive. And although it's towards the end of the reading, it shows that things are going in a really positive way. And this wand's energy that we're seeing here, this wand that we're seeing here, and all the magic involved in clear and shield your energy with El Maria, who was a kind of freedom fighter, you know, set a lot of people free in his life. And it's all leading to the Ace of Pentacles once we've got people's egos ironed out and sorted, which can happen, you know, it takes time, but it really can happen. Ace of Pentacles, you see there is the one pentacle, but there are 2 circles of the same size, showing me that that has kind of morphed into that somehow, and this is the alchemy of it. This is what's going to happen, and this is something of a mystery to me, but it'll become clear to you in a very short time, because it's not going to be long before you move off. This is a fairly imminent cycle that's going on here, Virgo, and that positivity is sitting there waiting to happen. Pentacles energy, just like we've got the King of Pentacles here as well. It is earth, wind, fire and water all working together under the auspices of the divine, and the King of Pentacles as a significator for this card is saying to me, you know, enjoy yourself, because this is what you're going to be able to do. Really nice cake with kind of fantastic icing on it there. I sometimes get those things hopelessly wrong. Someone might sort of ring up and tell me, like, oh no, it's just kind of a cartwheel with a Tudor rose on it. But it looks like a cake to me. I would eat it if I could. So, now then, Ascended Masters, tell us more please. In this reading for Virgo, what is the Ace of Pentacles driving at exactly, or reasonably exactly, or as close to exactly as you can make it? Here we go. And it's Kuan Yin. And the card says, let it go. And that's what's got to happen. Got to let it go. Now then, this really comes back to these fears that Alice has got here. See, she does look kind of quite fearful in this card, does she not? Because the wind of change is actually blowing. There actually is no stopping it. These guys need to let it go. They need to let go of their ego and start using those wands for whatever God made those wands for. Okay. And in terms of the Ace of Pentacles, yes, let it go. Because when you let go, whatever is holding you back, this is where the alchemy comes in. And this character knows what he's talking about, eh? Look at all that fabulous energy there. And I see a sort of image of the Temperance card a little bit here, just in the way that this vessel is being poured from, like that. We can't see the lake at the bottom of it, unlike in the Temperance card. But yeah, a wonderful image of actually an oasis of calm there. So as the Temperance card might suggest, this would mean it's a good thing to get away from it all somehow, to be in a quiet space. And if you just can't do that, and I'm afraid a lot of people don't even have the chance to have a bit of quiet time on their own because it gets the nature of life these days, then do what a friend of mine used to teach. Listen to the silence behind the noise, because this is the Ace of Pentacles, this is the alchemy, this is what can get you into a better place. This is how you can manifest the ability to have a bit of time in the countryside, to have a bit of time by flowing water, to be with nature and to be real. Okay, so let it go, really. Okay, it's not just you that's got to do it, that's the only thing, Virgo, but this is your part of it. You just let that go now, you'll get moving, and when you get to this stage, you'll have something positive to say, and you'll really have strong energy behind you to actually get them to let it go, so we can get into the alchemy of the Ace of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is there presiding over this whole reading, saying there is plenty, be careful with it, be shrewd, be reasonable, but there is plenty. Okay, Virgo, so I will give you that, and thanks very much for watching. Thumbs up please if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell, and leave me a comment and we'll share the journey. I'll remember all of these one day. In the meantime, peace.